If you are reading this book, your ancestors have already made contact with you. In fact, ancestral spirits continually make contact with each of us every day. However, not everyone is aware of this contact. As such, some people do not seek to understand or reciprocate communication with their ancestors. Many people who were raised in westernized societies and indoctrinated in Abrahamic religion systems do not actively participate in ancestors' veneration. Veneration. They aren't aware of what ancestor veneration is or how to actively engage in the process. Instead, many people fear this practice because equip they equate they equate it to devil worship or some other form of Satanism because they equate it to devil worship. That's how they got you. They got you like that. However, ancestor veneration is the act of consciously, intentionally honoring our lost loved ones. This practice is often referred to as ancestor worship in the Western world. Sadly, due to colonization, ancestor veneration has been demonized to a great extent. Using the phrase ancestor worship is part of this demonization process according to the Abrahamic religious systems. See, as long as you caught up in those Abrahamic religious systems and you still stuck on the Abraham and the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and Adam and Eve and shit, you ain't gonna see shit. Worship is solely deserved for one sovereign God or deity, in which case worshiping or venerating any other spirit or deity is deemed evil and sinful. Adherents of such religions assume that those who engage in ancestral veneration are worshiping their ancestors. In reality, individuals who engage in this practice are simply paying homage to the good and benevolent spirits who are a part of their bloodline. I mean, it makes sense, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you had somebody that was conscious and he left, they're here to guide you along the way. This form of honor or reverence tends to lead to a stronger bond with their lost and living loved ones. In fact, it can lead to a better overall life for those who constantly engage in this practice, depending on the depths of one's practice. It may even open doors of opportunity for future generations. So if your ancestors have been tapping on your door, don't be afraid to open it. You can do so with confidence, knowing that you are opening up a door of blessings for you and your family. As you develop a safe, responsible practice, you can tap into the bountiful resources that your ancestors are waiting to offer you. Chapter 1. Who are your ancestors? According to the commonly accepted westernized definition, ancestors are individuals from whom we are descended. Thus, your ancestors technically include both living and dead individuals from your lineage. According to this definition, there is no distinction between there's no distinction made regarding the character of these individuals. Contrarily, in addition, in traditional belief systems of Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, and other parts of the world, our ancestors are defined as a specific group of deceased loved ones. In these traditions, ancestors are lost loved ones who have transitioned to the ancestral realm, the astral realm, the ancestral realm. The ancestral realm is a sacred gateway reserved for individuals who live good and benevolent lives while on earth. It seemed like the ancestral realm is like the Abraham's bosom or something. according to the Bible. For individuals who live good and but benevolent lives while on earth, they optimize strong moral character and ethical values that allow them to ascend to a higher level in the astral or heavenly realm. Most often, the individuals contributed to the betterment or advancement of their families, communities, or society at large in some way. Therefore, according to the traditional belief systems, not all of our deceased loved ones are ancestors. Only those who live a life of sound character are included in this group. Therefore, when I speak of ancestors throughout this book, I am specifically referring to those individuals who positively contributed to the growth and advancement of their family line, the community, or society at large. Also, ancestors are inclusive of individuals from both sides of an individual's family line. We all have ancestors from both of our biological, paternal and maternal lineage. This is this is irrespective of whether we knew these individuals or not. Additionally, we have many ancestors who passed away decades or centuries before we were born, meaning we have many ancestors that we do not know about. And that is true because I think about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? It is important to keep this in mind because any of your ancestors may be walking with you at any given moment. Though you may have had a close connection with your ancestors from one side of your family, your ancestors from the other side of your family may be assisting you. For instance, you may have grown up around your mom's family and have a close night relationship with them. However, you may not know your dad or anyone from his family line. But most of the ancestral spirits that work with you could be from your dad's side of the family. Therefore, as you venture into the practice of ancestor veneration, keep in mind that we don't get to choose the spirits that work with us. They choose us. Wow, now that's deep, y'all. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to ancestry, right? You know, we don't get to choose the spirits that work with us. They choose us. So at the end of the day, you know, whether we came into the knowledge or not about ancestry, you know, you done already had people, and especially you target individuals. I guarantee you got some ancestors walking with you that already been in this program. Facts. They already been through the gang stalking. They holding it down right with you. All they want you to do is acknowledge them, light some incense, pour out a little liquor. You know what I mean? You know, you don't know who it is, so you just say to my ancestors. That's what I do. You know, so I just spill out a little liquor, pour out some water if you ain't got no liquor. You know what I'm saying? To my ancestors, whoever's riding with me, because trust me, you not the only one that was on the target list. All right, don't be egotistical thinking that you the super duper special one. There's other people that walk this life, walk this path before you. Now it's your turn now. Now you got to do it. You know what I mean? Your ancestors them passed you the baton. So keep in mind that we don't get to choose the spirits that we work with, but they choose us. So be careful about being ungrateful or indignant regarding the ancestors who are walking with you. Even if you dislike specific individuals when they were living, these same individuals might be assigned to guide and protect you once they pass to the ancestral realm. Instead, consider it a blessing that you have lost loved ones who are willing to aid and able to help you regardless of who they are. These are tools that you can and should use to reconcile broken relationships. However, don't neglect your ancestors due to disdain or hate. Doing so will only hinder or delay your ability to fulfill your destiny, because that is the ultimate goal of ancestor veneration. That's the ultimate goal. 2, why connect with your ancestors? Many people don't understand ancestor veneration because of the mechanisms involved in this practice. From an outsider's perspective, ancestor veneration may appear to be a foolish or unfaithful endeavor. However, the rituals performed for the purpose of honoring our ancestors actually serve a profound purpose. Once you understand the mechanisms and meaning of the process, you can begin enjoying more effective and productive life. Ain't that what y'all want? You know what I'm saying? Don't y'all want some of your ancestors to kick these boss ass? You know what I'm saying? At least you ain't got to worry about them going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to go to jail. If you kick a boss ass, you going to go to jail. I mean, though it must be iterated that honoring your ancestors will not make your life perfect. Your ancestors will not remove every obstacle or challenge that you face. Instead, they may make the road easier and your burdens lighter. They can also direct you to the proper tools and resources so that your journey is successful and less taxing. You know, we probably gonna have to do this shit too when we pass on. Especially those that got kids. You know what I'm saying? If you die and you leave your kids behind, you gonna be the ancestor, and you're gonna have to walk with your lost loved ones, the ones that you left behind and they lost. They didn't wake up out the matrix. Now you gonna have to still like guide them the fuck out this bitch. So it says they can also direct you to the proper tool and resources so that your journey is successful and less taxing. Contrarily, they may put specific roadblocks in your way to prevent you from going down the wrong path. So don't dismiss all challenges or obstacles as evil or malicious, because your ancestors may just be using them to save your motherfucking life. Can I get a no there? So that girl that you ain't get to smash, you know, that job that you wanted to get, whatever, we don't know the bigger picture. That girl might have had some herpes or some shit, right? That's why your dick ain't get hard. You know what I mean? You got to look at things like that. An analogy of how our ancestors work and our lives is taking a journey in the desert heat. You can choose to walk or you can choose to drive. If you decide to walk, it could take more than 7 hours to reach your destination. However, it could take about 30 minutes to get the same place if you were in a vehicle. Obviously, if you walk, you will endure more challenges and hardships than if you drive. If you are taking the journey during extreme heat conditions, you will definitely experience greater challenges. You will have to take many pit stops for water, rest, food, etc. It will be necessary to avoid getting hit by oncoming vehicles. To avoid getting hit by oncoming vehicles, you will possibly have to be on guard for wild animals, of course. You will be sweaty, thirsty, a lot of bots out there, and exhausted by the time you get to your destination. Even more depending on the time you set out on your journey. It may be dark by the time you arrive. On the other hand, if you drive, you can avoid many obstacles and delays that are common during a journey by foot. Obviously, you must be awake and alert to properly maneuver your automobile, and you will still have to look out for other vehicles, flying rocks, gravel, objects on the road, potholes to avoid an accident, yada, yada, yada. It says, you also have to be wary of adverse weather conditions such as strong winds, rainstorms. However, your journey will be much smoother when driving in a well-operated vehicle. You will have access to air conditioning to keep you cool and comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to some music. You can tongue kiss your girlfriend if you got one, or you can enjoy another source of entertainment to keep you company along the way. Also, you don't have to worry about the threat of losing battery power on your phone when traveling by vehicle as you would if you were walking. Okay, we understand all this. Remember, I'm reading this as I go along. I never read this before. This is something I just I just bumped into. I said, hey, fuck it. I'm going to read it. Let me just read it a little bit and give y'all some of it for those that want for the acquiring minds out there that's willing to learn. And I know most of y'all have clicked off, but ultimately you will get to your destination much faster with less stress and exhaustion if you drive rather than walk. This is the difference between walking life's journey alone versus with our ancestors. Okay, so that's what it's all about. Giving an example. This is the difference between walking life's journey alone versus with our ancestors. See, and this is another thing too. I want to say that. I want to say something because I know there's a lot of y'all targeting individuals out here. Y'all profess to be Christians or whatever, but y'all not even nowhere near spiritual. Y'all scared to death. Y'all not really reading the book. Y'all just like perpetrating and bullshitting like a goddamn bot actually, right? It's like you're a target individual playing a bot role or some shit. Like the whole key to this situation is to get you closer to your fucking spiritual family. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand how, I don't understand how the hell can you not be getting stronger spiritually being in this goddamn program, because physically you already know you by yourself. Physically, you already know you all alone. Physically, ain't nobody around you that's real. Pretty much just in your simulation is just you and a bunch of motherfucking NPCs that's out there trying to kill you and get the insurance money. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. These motherfucking perpetrators out here just hungry for money. They just want some bread. You know what I mean? That's it. And the beast put money on your head and they want it. And they're gonna work all day, and then you wonder why they so damn vigilant. Because it's money on your head. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, they got their foot on their neck to make sure that they do the job. So my point is, what I'm saying is, you already alone. So why not connect with your ancestors? Why not connect with your spiritual side? Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, I don't even share everything. What I do on here, because I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers, y'all not ready for it. Y'all a lot of y'all people in the comment section goofy as fuck. This is the difference between walking life's journey alone versus with our ancestors. Our ancestors are like the vehicle mentioned in the above analogy. They are a protective barrier against life challenges as they make our journeys easier, safer, and more comfortable. Also, they help us navigate with greater efficiency. I think it's pronounced efficacy or efficiency, efficacy, one of them, and provide us with a steady supply of power. But even when we are connected with our ancestors, we still have to maintain control over our lives and make the right turns when given proper direction. We likewise have to swerve to avoid potholes and debris, gang stalks on the damn road, and land bots and shit. All right, let me see if I can get a little bit more. Let me what from the destiny. Let me keep going. May even hit these objects from time to time, or experience cracks on our windshield from flying objects. They cushion the blow so that we aren't completely overwhelmed. To enjoy this level of protection and comfort when driving, we need to keep our vehicles tuned up and in good working condition. The same is true with the same is true about maintaining a proper relationship with our ancestors. We must um, we must uh, propitiate we must propitiate our ancestors through acts of veneration to keep our connection with them strong and intact. Doing so keeps our relationship smooth and in proper working order so that we can effectively and ethically or efficiently live a destiny driven life. So, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, you gonna need somebody walking this fucking lonely ass motherfucking road now. That's all I got to say, man. You gonna need somebody. You ain't gonna be able to do this shit by yourself. Alright? You ain't gonna be able to do this shit, man. This shit is tough. Especially being on this planet and being a motherfucking target individual. I mean, if you're not targeted, okay, you might be all right. You still going to the clubs and you got your friends and my friends. We going out. We going to get some sneakers. You still in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? You still think everything all good. But once you become red and black pill, now you realize this is a big ass spiritual warfare that's going on in the flesh. You know what I mean? And this shit is bigger than you. You know what I mean? Because we're all here for purposes and different purposes and shit like that to like break generational curses and to gain more information and knowledge and to ascend. This is all ascension. You know what I'm saying? Growth and knowledge and levels. And Meek Mills and told you levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Them hoes ain't fucking with you because you ain't in that bracket. You know what I mean? So, the levels to this shit, young boy. So it's the same on a money aspect. It's the same on a spiritual aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got look at Mayweather and his success when it comes to boxing. He has so much experience. He was started off boxing as a child. Now here it is. He's doing the same thing to his little grandson, kids and stuff. He got that little grandson. You know what I'm saying? He's already got that little baby hitting the bag and dancing in the ring. You know what I mean? So just imagine how that little boy gonna grow up and be in that world. That baby gonna have as so much experience, and then it's already in the bloodline too. It's already in the bloodline. I mean, so it's just boxing for that little baby just gonna be like fucking tying your sneakers, some shit. Ain't gonna be nothing. You know what I mean? They're born. They're born to do that shit. So like I said, you have to find your purpose. There's a reason why I'm doing this video right now, maybe to get you to understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because target individuals, you going to need some help, man. You ain't going to be able to do this shit by yourself. You going to need some help. And, and I know some of y'all like, well, I got my help in Jesus. But you need to get out of that because that's that fictitious shit. You got to understand that the same people that gave you the Jesus are the same people that's gang stalking you. So why would you fuck with that? Why? You know what I'm saying? Why would you fuck with that? They the same motherfuckers that orchestrate and it's so I'm like, no, it ain't D. No, you full of shit, man. You fucking lying, man. Not my fucking Jesus. Yes, you're fucking Jesus. Yes, you're fucking Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You really think the beat's gonna give you something to set you free? If the preachers was telling the truth, and if the churches wasn't infiltrated, then you would be able to go to a pastor and tell a pastor about what the fuck is going on. But you can't. You go in and go talk to your pastor right now and tell him, oh man, the government got you on the CIA hit list and they out to get you. You've been blackballed and blacklisted all over the goddamn globe. Go ahead and tell that to your motherfucking pastor and see what he do. He gonna call the motherfucking cops on your ass. Cops be coming in and gonna lock your motherfucking ass up. So that right there lets you know that they all infiltrated. They're all a part of the motherfucking Ponzi scheme game that they got going on because they want money anyway. It's all about the motherfucking dollars. I mean, it's always going to be about the dollars, and it's always going to be about mind controlling your punk ass. Because that's what it's really all about. They just use the dollars to get the dummies to participate. They know that the dummies ain't going to really participate just on their own. Just just because. Nah, you gotta sometimes you gotta get the baby some candy to do their homework or some shit. Go ahead, man. I give you some candy if you get your homework done. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I give you a pack of motherfucking now laters and M&Ms and shit. You gotta bribe them. So that's the same thing what the beats do to these fucking fools out here. They bribe them. Hey man, we give you Section 8. You ride around in a busted up car. Yeah, we'll give you more extra food stamps if you participate. We don't like that motherfucker right there. We want you to help take his ass out. We don't like him. What did he do? Oh, he a bad motherfucker. You thought Michael Jackson was bad. No, that nigga is bad. You know what I'm saying? The beast don't give a damn. The beast is heartless. So you got to find your purpose, people. And you're going to have to connect with your right shit and get off of their shit. Get off the shit and get off the lies that they done told you. And you wonder why your shit ain't working. You know what I'm saying? I've been praying to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You go to church and get gang stalked. Man, what the fuck is that, yo? Like that right there, man. You go to church and you gonna get gang stalked. If you a target individual, you go to church, everybody in that motherfucker on that damn phone, even probably the pastor, and they gonna have the color coding going on. They might even bring a goddamn dog in the church. These people are desperate. Let me read this little piece right here. Then I'm gonna call it quits. It says to override purpose of connecting with your ancestors is to gain more insight into your destiny and how to successfully fulfill it. Of course, our ancestors assist us in many ways along our journey, but their ultimate goal is to help us remember why we are here on this earth. You're not here to buy no goddamn sneakers and look cute. Because you can look cute and buy some sneakers. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's not the whole ultimate goal. That's not the purpose. See, a lot of y'all motherfuckers caught up. Y'all thinking that's the purpose. Just to look cute and have some nice tennis shoes on your feet. Nah, that's not your fucking purpose. Watch basketball all day. Because when we connect with our ancestors, we connect with ourselves. Y'all see it? We connect with ourselves because you are your ancestors and your ancestors is you. Destiny, hold on. Let me hit it back. Yeah. We connect with ourselves. Destiny refers to our soul mission or purpose. Our destinies are directly and inseparably connected to character development. Regardless of our mission on this earth, we are all charged with developing sound moral character to advance ourselves and future generations. Therefore, if you are not prepared to grow and develop on every level, there's levels to this, young boy. To grow and develop on every level, not just the Bible, not just Psalms 91 now. You are approaching ancestor veneration for the wrong reason. It's a therefore, if you are not prepared to grow and develop on every level, you're approaching ancestor veneration for the wrong reason. So that's what it's all about. It's all about growth. You already know. This is school, remember. Keep in mind that our destiny is not our occupation or career. We remember that, y'all. Just remember that. Keep in mind that our destiny is not our occupation. Fuck your job. Fuck your career. You know what I'm saying? That's all Matrix anyway. We were not put on earth for the sole purpose of securing and maintaining employment. Can I get a fuck no there? I'm preaching to somebody now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm preaching, man, hit the cash app up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pay the pastor, man. He tell you a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you fucking game. We were not put on the earth for the sole purpose of securing and maintaining employment. Though our destinies may be connected to our occupation, the two are not mutually exclusive. Our occupations may be essential vehicles to help us achieve our destinies, but they are never the sole reason for our earthly journey. When our occupation is attached to our destiny, it is simply a means to an end. And generally, the means is for connecting with specific people rather than for financial gain. Now, you know Bobby Hemmitt's situation. He went broke to teach us that the information, the occult science of what Bobby did. You know what I'm saying? He left money and went, broke just to teach us the motherfucking science, man. So it's that there are numerous examples of individuals whose destinies are strongly tied to their occupation. For example, Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X were prominent religious leaders tasked with awakening and leader. I'm running out of time. It's like almost 30 minutes. We're gonna stop this, man. I hope I hope y'all made it to the end. If you made it to the end, man, type DB Gangstalk Simulation is the best channel on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? If you down with me for real, type that at the end of the at your comment. You know what I'm saying? Let DB Gangstalk Simulation the best channel on YouTube, man. Holla back, y'all. Y'all keep your heads up. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to everybody, even if they're a bot.